Sorry, the audio on this is not going to be amazing. It would be better if my phone had a headphone jack, but it does not, because I bought it at a horrible time, apparently. Um, but this is my current sketchbook. You've probably seen it plenty of times. It's sketchbook number 5, and it is so close to being finished. Like, I just have so little to do with it, and then it's finished. This is going to be my next sketchbook. I wouldn't recommend this one. I know I haven't used it yet, but I wouldn't recommend it just because I got it on Temu, and I wouldn't actually actively recommend using Temu in general. I I don't even have my own account. I use my Nana's phone and use that to purchase things on the occasion I do. But this is going to be the next sketchbook. You'll see plenty of it when it's done. But today I'm going to be showing you this. I haven't actually drawn anything at all this month because I've been absorbed in Genshin Impact again, and I've just looked at my cat and she has... I gave her food and she has managed to get her food all over her bed. So I'm going to have to clean that up, obviously. This is an old sketchbook. Jessart, they still do things. You could probably still get this exact sketchbook. But as you can see, it's from 2016, and I never put a finish date because every so often I would go back and draw new versions of things in here. So you'll see a lot of different names that I used over the years. Like, I was obsessed with Isaiah from Durarara for a while, so I used that with just with an H thrown on the end as a name for a while. Cario 2023, and then 2024. I assume this is gouache. I had a series of characters that involved this character Ashlyn for a while, and then I never actually did anything with her. 2016 must have been around when I made Gavin as a character. This is Gavin and Jay. Jay is meant to be Gavin's twin sister, but I don't actually have a permanent design for her. It's changed a lot. Like, Gavin's twin used to just be the Minecraft skin I used for myself, so I was essentially Gavin's twin. But I don't like to have myself as a self-insert into any stories I create anymore. 2016 must have been about when I made Oiric and Cario as well, I think. So they're about 10 years old, which is fun. Same with Anthem, I guess. Her name now is Andy. Gavin's actual name is Rosemary, but she's got two names, and Anthem is the same. She's got two names, Anthem and Andy. You can see, there's, like, multiple years, like 2019 on all of these. The rainbow stockings on here, probably a thing I copied from Stella Poodles. You can find Stella Poodles on X and I think TikTok as well. Cario and Oiric. Is that meant to be Cario? Probably. Because these three are... see? Anthem, Gavin, and Isaiah, so Jay's original name was Isaiah because it was just a self-insert of me. But it's not the case anymore. These are from old characters, from a different old thing I was doing. I don't know what I'm doing with that anymore. Stella Poodles, her old username. An old Minecraft skin, obviously, because we used to moderate a Minecraft server together, and then eventually she became the owner of that Minecraft server, and this Minecraft server, ended. So, you know, no more. Rainbow Song was also one of the moderators. This is a page of that. So, if you knew MC Fallout, the Minecraft server, you probably knew me. Gavin. Maria is supposed to be Cario's sister, I think. Unless this is a different Maria. I don't know. Victoria, another character I'm probably never going to do anything with. That's a recurring thing. There will always be characters that I'm just never going to go back to. Avery is Stella's character. Moy is friends with one of Cario's siblings, I think. Oh. Andy. That doesn't really look like Andy, though. I've gotten the colours kind of off. I guess, yeah, 2024, I knew her name was Andy by then, because for a long time her name was just Anthem. Oh, rainbow again. Velk was another moderator on the server. Oh, another rainbow. Strange Tides was a story I made ages ago. Becca was based on a person, like that used to be a member of the server. Sorry, I'm plugging my phone in because I'm not always very smart. But yeah, a lot of characters of Strange Tides were originally based on actual people. Belle belonged to someone I followed on DeviantArt, but that someone is now very conservative, and I don't like them or anything that they support. Which really, in hindsight, it was probably obvious that they were always going to lean more conservative, and I should have questioned it more when they split apart from their entire friend group. Oh, look at that bobblehead. The thing that annoys me a lot about older sketchbooks of mine is I used to, when I'd use a sketchbook, I would just do this one thing in the middle. So that's probably why I've ended up going back and adding to the sketchbook so often, because I started drawing around and filling in gaps. I don't tend to use sketchbooks this size anymore, just because I hate when I have a page and then most of it's blank. Like, if I had left this page as is and not gone back to it in 2019, look at how much empty space around is there. And same with this one. Ugh, there's still a lot of empty space on a lot of these pages. It would be really goofy trying to digitize some of these sketches, because my art just doesn't look like that anymore, which is a good thing. But at the same time, I feel like I have a tendency to not be very good at my art looking 3D still. Like, I think things flatten. Like, sorry, I'm just trying to find a page that makes sense. Like, with the way I draw faces, I just can't imagine it in 3D, and I don't know how to work on that. Because I know if I can draw faces from different angles, that would actually improve, that would help me, like, a lot with the everything moving forward. But I don't know what to do about that one. And I know anything that I do need to do is going to be frustrating and difficult. In other words, I've hit a point with art where all the ways to improve is kind of frustrating and difficult. But I mean, it's still nice to look at my old art and see that I have improved this far, and I'm sure there were things in that time that were also frustrating and difficult, but just, yeah. Oh, Avery again. Stella still has that character. Maybe I should draw them again. Usually Stella has that on their Art Fight profile, so, that's an option for Art Fight this year, and I'll probably vlog again during Art Fight. I've redrawn the digital version of this, like, a lot of times. Moon and Az were moderators on the Minecraft server as well, which is really weird to think about in some ways, because I know Moon, I think she was like 14, and I know Rain was also really young. I mean, when I first became a moderator on the Minecraft server, I was 16, and in hindsight it's like, well, why are we just putting a bunch of kids in charge of these things? But then the original owner of the server I don't think was that much older than me either, so it's like, the internet was definitely a different place then. But then I'm in a lot of random Discord servers, and I got a ping for one of them, and I looked at it, and one of the moderators was pinging out about a weather event happening over somewhere else. And I glanced at their profile and noticed that the moderator was 13, and it's like, wow, this person hasn't even been allowed to have a Discord account for very long, but they're moderating this large Discord server. That's kind of weird. So I left that server because I'm not interested. I don't want to be in any space that is being moderated by literal children, thank you very much. I don't even really want to be in spaces with children, thank you. On the internet, at least. Not really in real life, either. Children exist, and I acknowledge they will be in public, but I'm not going to choose to spend time with children. 216, 219, 2022. Oh, that's based on a selfie, I think. So, there's multiple redraws of that digitally, too. I feel like this captures my difficulty with 3D, because what is going on with that umbrella? Oh, that's based on an actual outfit I'd wear in real life too. I used to have a bunch of Game of Thrones t-shirts. I don't know what happened to them. I never even actually liked Game of Thrones. Like, there's nothing I ever liked about it. I just liked the t-shirts, because I got them cheap at Kmart. Again, that's based on a dress I had and a wig I had at the time. I do technically own one wig still. They're just itchy. Oh. More self-portraits based on... yeah. Is that meant to be a sword she's holding? In that one, it's clearly I've modified it just to be a post, but I don't know why she's just holding onto a post. It doesn't make any sort of sense. To me, again. I used to draw myself a lot more often, and now I don't really do that. If I do draw myself, I tend to draw my Mindsona instead of my actual me. Which, for a while, me and my Mindsona were alike. I did look like my Mindsona, but now I don't again. I don't know what that's meant to mean. Like, did I come up with that, or is that from something else? I don't know. I don't know. Isaiah from the Ra. Cario, my beloved. Random paint. Cario, my beloved again. But yeah, you can still see there's still a lot of blank spaces in here. I might continue adding to it. I don't know. Because, you know, I had a list of characters that were... I divided them based on groups they belong to. It's not particularly relevant anymore. But yeah, that is the sketchbook. My cat looks very happy on her bed, despite the fact that she has crumbled her food all over it. And I am going to have to touch yucky cat food. I can show you a different cat. This one has not crumbled food everywhere. You gonna show your little belly? Her little neggy belly? Sorry, did I bother you?